Morocco have stunned Spain and the football world as they beat the 2010 world champions on penalties this morning in their round of 16 clash at the 2022 World Cup. And because of that, Morocco have now set up a quarter-final clash actually with Portugal in the coming days. But what's going on, guys? It is Catch back with another video on the channel. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. But yes, it was Morocco's time. They beat Spain, but they couldn't have done it without the heroics of their goalkeeper, who's been nicknamed Bono. His name is actually Yassine Bounou, but everyone calls him Bono. And you know, to be perfectly honest, when I heard Bono, I thought the guy from U2 was playing in goal, but no, that's what they've called him. And he came up clutch this morning as he saved actually two of Spain's penalties. The first one had actually been hit off the post, but he had to save the other two, and because of that, Morocco are now through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup in Qatar. So good on them, Morocco. It was an enthralling game between Morocco and Spain, but unfortunately for Spain, they go out on penalties again, like they did in the Euro Championships to Italy. And unfortunately for Pablo Sarabia, Carlos Soler and Sergio Busquets, they all missed their penalties. And to be perfectly honest, all three of them are pretty terrible. I mean, if you ever wanted to watch a video of how not to take a penalty, just watch all three of Spain's penalties this morning. But Morocco and Achraf Hakimi, Mr. Cool, panenked the Spanish keeper down the middle, and just raises a lot of questions about Luis Enrique's squad selection, why he didn't have David De Gea in there, why Thiago Alcantara was not in there either. And yeah, he's got a lot to ponder between now and the next major tournament, which I believe is Euro 2024, and then before the World Cup in 2026. So a lot to ponder for Luis Enrique, but let's move on. Portugal, meanwhile, thrashed a hapless and rubbish Switzerland side this morning 6-1 to move easily into the quarterfinals, where they will face Morocco. But it all came from 3 goals from Goncalo Ramos, fresh into the squad, the first start for him, replacing the veteran Cristiano Ronaldo, and he made the most of his start as he got a hat-trick and an assist in the 6-1 demolition rout of Switzerland. Pepe, Rafael Guerreiro and Rafael Leao were also on the score sheet as the Portuguese easily swept aside their Swiss opposition, and they've now set up a mouth-watering tie in the last 8 with Morocco. And to be perfectly honest, this Portugal in this form is quite scary. They might actually make it all the way to the World Cup final and potentially win it with their veteran goal scorer and, you know, best player on earth, or so he thinks, Cristiano Ronaldo. And speaking of Cristiano Ronaldo, he more or less sulked on the bench for 78 minutes while he watched Goncalo Ramos carve up a hat-trick in that time. He did come on around the 74th minute, but by then the game was already won for Portugal, so he more or less made a cameo appearance, and I think he only had one shot, which was eventually blocked as well. But nevertheless, Ronaldo is now coming to that point in his career where both domestically and internationally the game has moved on without him, and it showed at the full-time whistle as he thanked the fans and then quickly exited down the tunnel. I mean, it's not really a good look for a national captain. That's probably why he's been dropped from the lineup. I think Portugal play better without him, and it's actually quite weird the amount of squads that do play better without him. I reckon once we come back from the World Cup, you watch Manchester United, they'll start going on a good run of form. But yeah, that's just how it is for Cristiano Ronaldo, unfortunately, and I think he should just retire and keep his legacy intact while he's still got some left. So because of both results this morning, we now have a quarterfinal that looks like this: Morocco versus Portugal for a spot in the last 4 or the semi-finals of the 2022 Qatar World Cup. And to be perfectly honest, if Morocco can knock off Portugal, that would be a big step moving forward for both Morocco as a nation, but also for football in Africa. Beating a big European side like Portugal would go a long way. But to be perfectly honest, given the form Portugal have shown, I think they'll probably be too strong for Morocco in this encounter, and I think they'll probably go through to the semi-finals. Portugal with a clash, I think it's against either France or England, so whoever wins that game they'll go up against. But you know, if things go to plan, we might still see a Messi versus Ronaldo World Cup final, which I think all the neutrals would probably like to see. But you know, teams like Brazil, France, England might have other ideas. But anyway, that has been the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video very soon. Have a good one, guys.